Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and this is Elite Dangerous. I'm here using the Oculus Rift, and the reason for that is that I've decided to record a second series in addition to my other Exploring Elite Dangerous series. This series I want to call Inside the Rift, and I'm going to play through using the Rift. This episode is effectively episode 0, and the reason for that is that I want to see what the quality of the video finally comes out like when put on YouTube. I'm using Elite's second window feature to capture this footage, so I'm hoping that it's actually going to be interesting enough and of high enough quality to continue on with the series. And at the moment it's all looking rather good. I've just arrived here at Cleve Outpost, and I'm going to take a little bit of a tour around the outsides of the station. It all looks rather different using the Rift, and the sense of scale really is totally different to what you may be used to when using a monitor. I also find that I can get up a little bit closer, that little bit easier, due to the fact that I've got head tracking. It makes all the difference to the flying here. Not to mention that the 3D and depth perception also gives you a very good sense of distance. Flying around stations and through asteroid fields is something I actually spend quite a lot of time doing when using the Rift. Just look at that. The game can really be totally breathtaking. As you can see, I'm actually in a Sidewinder. I don't really have any assets to the game at the moment. I've been playing this character for a total of about 1 or 2 hours. I've got around about 50,000 credits to my name. Oh, crikey. What happened there is that my Oculus Rift actually went blank. It probably still captured the footage, but not the ideal time for that to happen there. I think I've got some issues with the power supply from my PC, as that's actually fully powering the Rift via the USB cable, and every so often it cuts off, leaving me with a completely blank screen. Anyway, as I was saying, I've got about 50,000 credits to my name on this particular pilot, and the plan is to build up my assets and get towards a better ship. This time I'd like the combat orientated ship, so I'll probably try and go for a Viper. And here we are back around the front of the station. I think it's time to get in there and dock and see what we can find on the bulletin board. So let's get that docking permission. I had mentioned this before in my walking around the Elite ship videos, but it's probably worth mentioning again just in case any of you are wondering why I've got a green UI. And I've used a little file hack that's available which allows you to alter the colours of your UI, and the reason I've chosen green is due to the pentile display on the Oculus Rift. Green is actually a higher resolution than either red or blue, and therefore allows me to read all the text a lot easier. I am nipping inside these stations a little bit faster, and I did cut it a little bit close to one of the NPCs, but I'm also playing solo, so there's no risk of me crashing into a pilot. The reason I'm playing solo is because at the moment in some of these more high populated systems the frame rate is very low when playing the Oculus Rift. It actually dips down to around about 15 to 20 frames a second, and that is completely unplayable on the Rift and actually makes me feel nauseous. So the only way around that for now is to play solo, but as I get slightly away from these more populated systems I will go over to open play. So what have we got here? Some waste or some scrap transportation. Yeah, waste refinery services. Okay, I think we'll accept that. It's a nice easy job. Not a lot of credits, but it all mounts up, doesn't it? And we better get some fuel, as I've very nearly got an empty tank and I don't want to get stranded. Now, where was that mission located? Yakabuga, is it pronounced? I love pronouncing these Elite names. I probably nearly always get it wrong. Okay, so that's where we're going to head. These station interiors really are totally immense. Hard to describe just how big they actually are.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Right, off we go. Well, before I head into the station area, I'm gonna take a very quick pass of this planet. As we get further into the game, I'll get up closer to a lot of the more interesting planets and give you a closer look at them on the Rift, as well as some of the suns, and hopefully we can find a black hole or something like that not too far away. I've heard there's one around about 150 light years from Earth or so, so it wouldn't take too long to get to. Oh, what's that? These things do look bright. When you're heading to some of these larger stations, try and approach them from the inside of the planet, with the planet behind you. It usually means 9 times out of 10 that you'll approach the station like this, with the station entrance facing you. When you come from the other direction, approach the station from with the planet actually facing you, you can end up hitting the rear of the station, which isn't good. When I've handed this mission in, I think I'll swap out to my Eagle, which I've got sitting in LHS 3447. I do like the Sidewinder, but I prefer to fly the Eagle if it's available to me. So I'll head out that way, although first I think I will check the bulletin board here, just in case there's a decent mission available. Now, it's not all going to be about missions on this series. I do intend to build up and get the biggest possible ship I can, and the route I'm planning for that at the moment is obviously to go get my Eagle in short order, and then collect a Viper, maybe, oh crikey, maybe a Cobra after that, and finally a Python, although I might get an Asp or another Asp in between, as they can make quite good combat ships. So what have we got here? Oh, we're going to need to refuel. Refueling seems to have a maximum cost on this ship. I think that was 34 credits there, and I've only used up a bit of fuel. And it was 34 credits on a tank that was almost empty. But I may just be remembering that wrong. Unfortunately, I had to make a slight cut there. The game crashed out for some reason. Right, collecting the black box. Yeah, why not? Let's go and do that. What system is it? I think that's only about 2 jumps away, so shouldn't be too hard to do. So this should give me the chance to show you the galaxy map then, as I don't think the the system I've got to go to is on the navigation panel. Unless it is. Nope, I don't think so. Yeah. Now the galaxy map, when using the Oculus Rift, is actually very interesting because it totally encompasses your field of view here, and it is completely compatible with head tracking. So it literally feels like you're sitting smack bang inside the galaxy map, and I can actually look around here at the stars and try and find my destination by using head tracking and mouse. That wasn't the one, was it? It was MCVB23, I think. That's B27. I thought I saw it a second ago. Was it up? Nope. But I could use the search box here in the navigation panel, but this way actually gives me a little bit of an opportunity to show you the head tracking as well. I want the shortest route to this place, so I'm going to have to change the destination to there and then swap it back again. I want to do it in the minimal possible jumps. Having a good look around the galaxy map would probably make an interesting video in itself. So it's something I'll think about doing a little later. If there's any systems or locations you'd actually like me to check out on the Rift, do let me know in the comments, and as long as it's not too far away, I'll do my best to go over there and check it out for you, and you can see what it looks like. Now here we are. The unidentified signal source, which is probably gonna contain the black box. Hoping at some point Frontier do a bit of an overhaul on these particular missions. Oh, who's that leaving? I wonder if someone's stolen the black box. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? As an overhaul to the missions, someone popping into your mission area and stealing the black box, and you have to then track them down. Something I'd quite like doing. So yeah, hopefully Frontier do an overhaul of this particular mission sometime, and make it so that you actually have to track down the location rather than just travel to some random location in some random system to find a specific box. We're nearly there anyway. A couple more 1,000 meters. Should do it. 1,000. That's if it is the black box. I guess it could be anything, but it's looking good. There's one white contact on my radar there, and yes, it's the black box. Not sure what wreckage we got here. The wreckage does seem to vary sometimes, as obviously it's a different type of ship that's exploded. That's assuming these wreckages are from the ships that are available in the game and not just some random wreckage. Looks a little bit like a Lacon of some form. Been a bit cautious here. Normally fly a little bit faster here, but there's that spike sticking out, and I don't want to clip it and then smash up the black box. Although, yeah, I'm probably going to clip it anyway. So, mission complete. I guess the next task is to get inside the station without being scanned, as I've got an illegal object here and I'd usually get a fine for that. I don't really want a fine. Yeah, it looks like a Lacon to me. Although it's all twisted and bent up, so it could probably be anything. One thing you can use if you do find yourself getting scanned when you're trying to complete one of these illegal activity missions is to use the chaff, as that interferes with the scan. You can also try and get in the station as fast as you can, because once you've broken line of sight, that will actually prevent the cops from scanning you. So
Landing gear deployed.
that actually brings up something that's sometimes slightly misunderstood by a lot of players. It's actually the cops outside that are scanning you, and not the station itself. I don't think the stations care too much what you bring into the station. It's actually the cops that try and prevent you from doing that, and they're the ones that do the scan. So, nice and easy there. Well, it seems that episode come together fairly well, and if this all plays out in good enough quality on YouTube, I'll be back doing this as a regular series, and we'll be out there having a look at all sorts of things and trying all manner of different activities, all in the Rift. Exciting stuff. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time. This has been Obsidian Ant, signing off.